Yeah, apparently we have a coach in the person of Ruben Amorim of Manchester United, and a coach that has been so obstinate, who has refused to deviate from you know, his plans that are not working. He's been around for like 7 months, like 8 months now at Manchester United, and he's been so horrible, with the number. He's only had have just eight Premier League wins, and he's lost about 16 and probably drew the rest. That's a horrible record. We've seen coaches who came in like more after him, or whose swap club, or whose club they took over was in a terrible situation, and they came and to an extent they've able to salvage the situation. But here we have a man who is so obstinate, who is neck deep in his thoughts and refuse to listen. With what I want, this guy really wants the severance fees. Yeah, I think that's what he's after. He wants to be sacked. He doesn't care if he's sacked, even with his utterances, the way he speaks with arrogance, and throwing cautions into the winds, and saying things the way you don't expect of a manager. You don't expect that kind of arrogance from someone who is deemed to be doing poorly. The arrogance should comes with success. But this time around, we have some kind of arrogance in Amorim that is really, really very appalling. And I think it's high time for the hierarchy of Manchester United to do something about this man, or else he's going to ruin the club completely. Because I see no reason. I don't see him coming back. I think this guy is giving up long ago, and because sacking of managers has been a culture in Manchester United after after Sir Alex Ferguson left. It's been sack, 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 and this time around they think, oh, we're gonna stick to this man and we're gonna stay with him and see if we could do it. From my own understanding, I don't think so, because we've seen situations that players who have been doing very well in the team, and they eventually left the club for some reasons that are connected to Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim, I think his time at Manchester United is up, or else I think this situation is going to be worse than expected, because it's like 7 months is just too much. Because when he came in, oh, he never had a preseason, he never had, those are not the kind of players he really wanted. Now is a situation where he's been able to, at least he's been giving some players and forward, and we have not seen him doing anything. We haven't seen him doing anything, and somehow some of the players as well haven't been doing too good. And but to me, a lot of this blames is heaped, are all heaped on the foot at the foot of the manager. This guy needs the money. I think needs the money. And if you remember very well, let me go a little bit banter in this. We know of a Portuguese, very popular, very successful manager whose his severance fee so far is over 100 million euro in 10 years. Yeah, he's been collecting severance fees from from clubs, to club. I'm not going to mention his name. I leave that for you to guess. But I think it's you don't need to guess because it's so simple. I believe he's following in the path that path because I think he really needs that money. And the irony is this: if he's fired by Manchester United and given this big paycheck or severance fee check, I tell you, some other club's gonna pick him up. You'll be shocked that probably another club in the EPL will pick him up. But enough excuses for Robert Amorim, because I remember when the first game when Manchester United was defeated by Arsenal by just 1 goal to 0. It was, they played very well. Oh, we know exactly what he's trying to do. Da 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 da. And since then, it's been some kind of disaster. They've played 3 games after that first game against Arsenal, and they only won one. So the situation hasn't improved. It wasn't yet Uhuru, but Manchester United fans were, hell, well, we play better than us now. We lost. We played very well. We're the better team. We're the better. But today, where's the better team at? 4 points in 4 games. 4 points in 4 games. I think in the 15 where they ended last season. So the earlier the better, to nip this in the bud. And nipping it in the bud is kicking Amorim out right now.